I'd like to invite or welcome Darren Gillis to the floor, the stage, the steps, the microphone. Darren was first elected in 2012. Most importantly, I think he's empathetic to the situation. He spent 5 years as a teacher and mentor at Edmonton's inner city high school. And Darren is well familiar with the challenges that we face in public education. I'd like to get him to join us and say a few words.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for making it here today. I know we've got, there are teachers and parents here from Calgary to Barhead. You've traversed the weather and the highways to be here, and we greatly appreciate it. As Frank said, my name is Darren Gillis. I'm the MLA for Edmonton Beverly Clairview and the education critic for the Alberta NDP. But most importantly, I'm a teacher, and I know the value of education and the value of public education. And so I'm here to lend my voice and the Alberta NDP's voice behind you and to support you, because the service that ADLC provides is absolutely crucial. You know, my frustration with this government is that they say one thing and they do another. So they talk about investing, they talk about providing equal opportunities for all students no matter where they live in the province. And then they go and deliver budget cuts to education and to the ADLC. And if it wasn't for the incredible work that you do, things would be much worse in this province, folks. So here's the thing. We need to invest in our students, invest in our public education system, and invest in our teachers. You're the reason that Alberta has the best education system in this country. But we need to put dollars into the system, not take them out. As a previous speaker said, we live in the wealthiest province in the country. This government has $40 billion budgets yearly and decides their priorities are investing in an unfounded technology of sticking CO2 in the ground. They've invested and will invest $2 billion in that. They should be investing in our greatest resource in this province, which are the people of Alberta and Alberta. So I want to acknowledge the incredible work that you do and the fact that you serve and fulfill a need in this province to ensure that students, no matter where they live or what challenges they face, they have access to high-quality public education. And so I will continue to fight on your behalf inside the legislature and outside to demand that this government invests in our students, in our families, and in you, in the teachers who deliver our high-quality education. So thank you again, and continue to keep up the good fight, and please drive safely.
The one thing we don't have right in front of you is the student voice. The student voice is very important. However, we do have a student voice who does want to be shared. This is over social media. Brett Kissel is a former student at ADLC. Since I was 10 years old, I can safely say I wanted to be a performer, a country singer, an entertainer. Whatever I needed to do to reach that goal, I was going to do it. When my career actually became a career and no longer a hobby, I was entering high school in St. Paul, Alberta, at the St. Paul Regional High School. What scared me most was the risk of failing my courses, because I was on the road, honing my craft, performing across Canada, hence missing classes. Enter Alberta Distance Learning. I was fortunate enough to benefit from correspondence-type courses for all my 4 core subjects, math, science, English, and my favorite, social studies. I worked on my own schedule, on the road, in hotels, but for the most part at the St. Paul Alternate Education Center in my hometown. My teachers, like Mrs. Denise Sawatsky, were not only incredible educators, but also incredible mentors. It was because of my teachers and the Alberta Distance Learning Center concept that I was able to graduate and pursue my music career all the while. And truth be told, this career of mine has been nothing short of amazing thus far. Brett is actually performing tonight outside of this city, and he wanted to pass us on through social media. So thank you, our students. Mark Ramsaker is the president of the ACA in this province. He has been an educator since 1986. He was elected to the position of president just this past March, and I'd like to invite Mark up to address us on some of these distance education and public education issues.
This is inspiring. I hear the government talking about where we're going with inspiring education and transformation, and that we stand in the way. When I look at teachers that are out here and public that are out here, this is what it's going to take to move us in positive directions. And when I look at ADLC after 90 years of quality service to this province, helping build us as who we are, soundly being set aside in the name of budget, that's a travesty. When we're talking about accessibility, equity, and students in need, some of our most vulnerable, this is accessibility. This is our opportunity to reach these students. And to simply move it aside and move it into the private sector, potentially at the expense of students, I'm not interested in that. We want to see quality teaching. We want certified teachers that put students first. That's our distance learning needs to remain public, in the public sector, by people that put students first and approach their needs. 90 years of service deserves the respect it's due. And this is why restoring funding is one area to work on. But when we consider the percentage and the value that we get for our dollar through ALDC, if we can run all areas with this kind of percentage, that is efficiency. And we, here today, are the example of what that could be. Continue on with ALDC, put the funding where it needs to be, and look at the bang for your buck. It's been here, it's proven, they care about students finishing and moving on with their futures. And they've done so for 90 years. Let's keep that 90 years going.